Okay, today we're going through CCM8, Unit 5, Lesson 5, Writing an Equation. So an equation is a mathematical sentence that uses an equal sign. I know a lot of students come to a big word problem in their homework and they get to it and they're like, oh my gosh, it's a lot of words. I don't know if I can figure this out. I'm just going to skip it. Well, this lesson is about how to decode your word problem, how to write an equation so that you can solve it. Vic number 1, very important concept number 1. To define a variable means to choose a letter that represents the missing or unknown value. Then write a key explaining what your variable represents in the problem. For example, if I choose the letter S, I'm saying that S in my problem equals or represents the number of Skittles. Or I could say B equals the number of books, C equals Christina's age. So before we even start writing an equation from a word problem, we need to define our variable so that we are telling the reader of our problem, or we're telling ourselves what that variable represents in the problem. So on this board you'll see a lot of writing, but it's just the word problem and then how we solve the word problem. So here's our first example. Jamie and Sarah have a total of $65. If Jamie has $19, how much does Sarah have? Yes, I know this seems like a very easy, basic problem. You could probably figure this out in your head, but like always, we start easy and then the problems get more challenging as we go. So we're just going to still go through the motions of defining our variable, setting up an equation, solving it, and then writing our answer in a statement. So I want to know how much Sarah has. So I'm going to use the variable X, and that is going to represent the amount of money Sarah has. That's what I'm trying to find out. So I'm going to write my equation. Jamie has 19, and they have if you add Sarah's amount to Jamie's amount, you'll get a total of $65. We do not write our equations like this. 65 minus 19 equals X. That's not really helping us out. That's not a good setup because, like I said, when the problems get more challenging, this kind of setup is going to get you lost and confused. So if you write your equation so that your variable is inside your equation and not left alone, that's going to help you out in the long run. So 19 plus X equals 65. I'm going to subtract 19 from both sides and I get 46. Now I need to answer the problem, and the final answer would be that Sarah has $46. Number 2, the sale price of a camera is $136. This is 25 less than the original price. What was the original price? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to use the variable P. P equals the original price. So the sale price is $136. This word is, in math, means equals. So if it says this is, I can write down 136 equals, and then whatever the rest of the statement is. 25 less than the original price. So this here, P minus 25, is exactly translated from this sentence that I underlined, or this phrase I underlined. $25 less than P. That ends up, when you have less than, that's your signal to turn something around. Normally students write this, 25 less than P, because they think less than, oh, less than means subtract. Well, the phrase less than does mean subtract, but you're going to reverse these two, and you'll get a result of what I wrote down in green. So my entire equation is 136 equals P minus 25. To solve, I use inverse operations. Add 25 to both sides, and you'll get P equals 161. That means the original price was $161. If you, for some reason, set up your equation and you solve it and you get a number that's less than 136, say 111, then you know your answer is wrong. Always go back and say, does my answer make sense? Does it make sense that the original price of a camera is less than the sale price? No, the original price is more, and then they put it on sale, and then that's the price you pay. So always think about, does my answer make sense, to see if you did it correctly. Number 3, Grace earns $5 per hour when she babysits. How many hours does she need to work to earn $85? So H equals the number of hours, because that's what I'm looking for. And I wrote 5H equals 85. This means $5 per hour, per, in this case, meaning multiply, is $85. And I just use inverse operations by dividing both sides by 5, and I get 17, so she needs to work 17 hours before she saves up $85. Now, like I said before, we've got some more complicated problems here. Feel free to try these on your own. Pause the video, try them out, and then replay the video to see if you got what I got. So here's an example. I ordered 4 new CDs by mail. Each CD cost the same amount, and there was an additional $5 shipping and handling charge that brought the total to $33. We all know that when you buy something online, you always pay shipping and handling, or tax, or whatever that brings the cost up. So how much was just one CD? That's what I'm looking for, the cost of one CD. That's my variable. Now I go through the problem one more time, and I highlight or underline important words. So I have 4 new CDs. So that's important. There is an additional, and the word additional has the word add in it, additional $5, and the total is $33. So I've got 4 CDs plus $5 equals $33. There you go. I've got my equation set up just by the way that my problem's written out. Now I go through and I solve using inverse operations, undoing the addition first. So I would subtract 5 from both sides, and 33 take away 5 is 28. Now I'm going to have to divide both sides by 4, and I get 7. X equals 7. What was X? Well, the X was the cost of one CD. So the cost of one CD is $7, or each CD costs $7. So always answer the question that's being asked. Aiden has a stomach ache. He ate some cupcakes for breakfast, 3 times that many cupcakes for lunch, and 6 cupcakes at dinner. If he had 18 cupcakes in total, determine how many cupcakes he ate at lunch. That's important, at lunch. So let's go through and highlight or underline our important words and phrases. So first we need to know how many cupcakes he ate at lunch, but I don't know how many he ate at lunch until I find out how many he ate for breakfast. So that's going to be our unknown, X, the number of cupcakes he ate at breakfast. Once I find that out, then I can go through and answer the question. So he ate some for breakfast, so that's X, and 3 times that for lunch, so that's going to be plus 3X, and just 6 at dinner. So that's just 6 with no variable. All of that in total is 18. So I'm adding X plus 3X plus 6, and that's going to equal 18. Now I can solve by combining like terms. 1X plus 3X equals 4X's. Bring down what you didn't use. Undo the plus 6 by subtracting 6 from both sides. Then undo the multiplying by 4 by dividing by 4 on both sides. I get X equals 3, but what did X represent? X represents the number of cupcakes he ate at breakfast. So if he ate 3 at breakfast, how many did he eat at lunch? Because that's what I need to know. Well, he ate 3 times that for lunch. So 3 times 3 is 9. He actually ate 9 cupcakes at lunch. So don't let a problem trick you up. Make sure you're reading it carefully and answering the question that is being asked. And the last one. Sue found a great sale on bracelets. With the money she has, she can buy 5 bracelets and have $3 left over, or she can buy 2 bracelets with $9 left over. And I know you've been in this dilemma before, where you have to weigh the different options. So we're actually going to have one scenario on one side of the equal sign, and the other scenario on the other, because she could do one or the other here. How much does one bracelet cost? That's our unknown. B equals the cost of each bracelet. So, like I said, she could buy 5 bracelets, so 5 Bs, and, meaning add, have 3 left over, so 5B plus 3. That's one option that goes on the left side of my equal sign. Or she can have 2 bracelets, so that's 2B, with $9 left over. So that's going to be 2B plus 9. She can have either or. Now I can go through and solve the equation. I actually subtracted 2B from both sides, and I subtracted 3 from both sides simultaneously, and that's okay. After I simplified, I get 3B equals 6, and I just divide both sides by 3. So B equals 2, which means the cost of each bracelet cost $2. Hopefully you got the same answers that I got. When you come across a word problem, don't skip it, don't freak out, you can do it. You just have to define your variable, go through, underline and highlight the important words, set up an equation, and then solve. Make sure you go back and you check your answer and make sure you're answering the question being asked. Ask yourself, does my answer make sense? If it does, you're good. All right, see you later.